Speaker is something of a local legend here in the Poconos. He has two businesses on Main Street. If you need a website built, you certainly want to go to your website to go. It's right on Main Street by the Sherman Theater. And Sound Strategy is Dennis Jeter's company, another great company. Has a bunch of people working for him. And we always like that here in the Poconos. He's also a great musician, and that makes me certainly no longer impartial. But Dennis had served as the immediate previous president of, no, I wrote it down here, I thought I would remember without looking, my apologies, the Rotary Club. And he just does great work here in the community. He's a real staple in the Poconos here. Would you please welcome Dennis Jeter?
I've been called a lot of things in my life. A local legend. Like my youngest daughter tells me, "Dad, are you Stroudsburg famous?" Absolutely. I'll wear that. I'll wear it. A local legend. I love it. It's great. It's great. Well, speaking as your local legend, so when Pete asked me would I address the T.E.A.Party, I thought to myself, that's an interesting opportunity. I have many of so as Pete said, my background is I'm a classically trained trumpet player. My degree is in classical trumpet. Went to Manhattan School of Music. You know, spent 12 years as the director of touring for Wynton Marsalis. I grew up in Washington, D.C., you know, during the Reagan and Bush administrations, you know, and I grew up in a household where when I would come home from elementary school, my grandfather would be listening to talk radio with Tom Brady and Pat Buchanan. And I remember being like 8 years old, getting off the school bus to this craziness on the radio going, and we called him Grandfather. We all called him Grandfather. He was a very intimidating man. So, Grandfather, why do you listen to this stuff? And his reply was, because you always need to know what the other side is thinking. Now, he just never told me who the other side was. He never made that clear, who the other side was. I remember the last time I spoke in front of a group, I probably told that exact same story. So, and it's true. So I grew up, you know, listening to talk radio. Rush Limbaugh, what's that? John Grant. Bob Grant, thank you. This world is slipping and sliding into third worldism. But I listen to a lot of talk radio on both sides of the aisle. And what I can say, growing up in Washington D.C., murder capital of the nation when I was a kid, you know, for a very short period of time, family on welfare, you know, my mom was in a really bad accident at work, you know, so it rendered her, you know, unable to work, so she had to go on public assistance for a short period. So, you know, so I kind of understand, I have a very unique perspective, I think, on a lot of things, especially issues of race relations, because I've spent my entire life at either end of the spectrum, you know, from growing up very, very poor in Washington, D.C., to, you know, having dinner at the White House on 2 occasions. I mean, you know, it's been that kind of life for me. It's been awesome. But and also I am a business owner. Let me just say that first and foremost. I am an entrepreneur. I have been an independent business owner for at least the last 10 to 15 years, right? And what I can say is, how do I feel about the Obama administration, the 8 years under Obama? And I can tell you, as a business person, they have been abysmal. They have been absolutely awful. Awful. One of the things I had the benefit of, having government contracts and so forth and so on with my business. And into his first term, he and Congress come up with this brilliant idea to introduce something called sequestration into the mix, where they literally said, if we can't agree, we will just shut down government. If we can't come to an agreement by some arbitrary date. So what happened was, they could not work together. And because they couldn't work together, it caused me to have to lay off 30 people. Right? 30 people. It's unbelievable. Now, everybody, well, it wasn't just Obama, it was Congress. It happened under his watch. It is his problem. Right? So, under the Clinton administration, I bought a house. Under the Bush administration, I bought another house and refinanced the house. Under the Obama administration, I lost the house. And nearly lost my business. So that's how I feel about the Obama administration. As a black man in this country, you say, okay, Obama is going to be great for black people in this. Nothing has changed. In my opinion, I believe things have gotten far worse. Now, I believe things have gotten far worse, not necessarily because of Obama. I mean, if we're gonna place blame and lay blame, we should lay blame equally. There was some real serious racial stuff going on the other side as well. I mean, I'm a Republican. I've been a Republican my entire voting life. Most of my family and friends are perplexed. But I'm a Republican because I know I know who the other side is in terms of like Bob was saying, in terms of my policies, my foundation, my core, what I believe. And I don't believe that the Democratic, what is the word? My policy. Platform, thank you. Like political people. The Democratic platform is not a platform that I can get behind. And I believe that the Obama administration has taken the Democratic platform to really dangerous levels, right? And I believe wholeheartedly that the Clinton administration would have just completely decimated the country. In terms of the number of welfare recipients which have skyrocketed under the Obama administration, the number of abortions which have skyrocketed under the Obama administration. I mean, I too am anti-abortion. I'm anti-abortion for a number of reasons, But as a black person in the United States of America, I am primarily anti-abortion because abortion in this country was clearly a foundation founded in genocide, in the eradication of black people.
That's right.
I mean, it is a fact. It is a fact. And anyone that can get behind Margaret Sanger and her beliefs in eugenics in this country, I think they're lost. They're absolutely clueless. And the crazy thing is, I believe that a lot of folks, black people, poor people, whatever, people in general, who follow this kind of a platform, do it without really thinking. Like, they don't actually look at the platforms that they're voting for. They vote out of tradition. They vote out of passion. They vote because my mom says that these people are evil. You don't even know who those people are. First of all, who are those people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am a conservative Republican in the United States of America. I can tell you right now, I am not white, and I do not wave the Confederate flag. So what bucket are you going to put me in?
Yeah.
Because you tell people, oh, you're what? Do you have any idea who those people are? I'm like, well, yeah. Actually, I do. You know, some of my best friends are Republicans. I mean, you know, it's, you know, that's just how I feel, you know, and I would have this conversation in any room, and I have had the same conversation in any room. You know,